Tim, what did you do on the very first series when they poked the ball away from McNutt and they forced a fumble?
Well, I was in a large crowd.
What went on in your head?
Well, in my head, I was definitely a little nervous. What can I say? I just did not want them to jump out early, because we were moving the ball. We were moving it quite well on that first series.
It's true.
What about the reaction when we got our first touchdown? How did you celebrate it?
Well, again, I was sort of conscious where I was at to not look like a complete lunatic, because I was in a mixed crowd, and not everybody truly understood, what it means to be a Hawkeye. I was in for a sales meeting, and there was people from all over the country there. I wore my Hawkeye colors, but I made a conscious effort to try to represent the Hawks well and not look really strange. But you know what? I jumped up and down, I yelled, and we went from there.
Yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Say, listen, Tim, the other part of the show, kind of in my mind, is that I think we should talk about the season a little bit. And the way I'd like to do that is I'd like to say, what was your favorite game this season?
My favorite game, I think, honestly, was the Penn State game.
That was a great one.
Because I really thought that, holy cow, they were going to be going after us, and they were going to have a whiteout, and there was revenge.
And they scored on the first play from scrimmage.
Right.
Yeah, and so when I looked at that game on the schedule, I'm like, holy cow.
It was an early, huge hurdle. It was a big test right at the beginning of the season, yeah.
Yeah, and that punt, that blocked punt, he ran in for a touchdown. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think that's that and the Michigan State touchdown have got to be the signature moments of the season.
Yeah, because when you asked the question, my favorite game was the Penn State game, But the moment that stinks out to me was, the touchdown at the end of the Michigan State game.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate the Hawkeye season. I truly appreciate just the way we play. I just like how we're just hard-nosed. We come after you every play, and we just sort of wear you down. We break you down a little bit. And, I think a lot of credit goes to Coach Doyle, the strength coach, and I just think we've got a collection of players that have the right mindset.
You compare what's going on here to what's going on at so many other college programs across the country. We are fortunate beyond our wildest dreams to have this type of stability and quality from our coaching staff. And on top of it, they're great human beings.
Yeah, exactly. And I will share this, Al. Actually, when I was talking to you this summer in the Iowa City Starbucks downtown.
That's right.
And you were, the genesis of Roland, Iowa, was there, and you walked out. You sort of brushed shoulders with Coach Farron.
Walk right past him.
And I went up to him and I said, "Just Coach, thank you for what you do and who you are." And I meant that, as it wasn't so much about the wins and losses, though that is awesome. I just appreciated the way he composes himself and what he tries to do with his players to get every inch of talent out of them, And
Tim, I think that might have rejuvenated him a little bit. I think you're a little bit responsible for the performance of this season. In my book, you are, man.
I would have bought him the coffee, but he already paid for it,
Right. Yeah.
He didn't expect it for free. He didn't expect it for free.
Certainly not.
No, he paid for it right away.
I know. I feel like you feel. I am so thankful that this is happening to us. I think back to that feeling I had a couple of years ago when we lost to Western Michigan, and the fact that what they have done since then. It's absolutely amazing, and we're so lucky and cherish every moment of this because, I hope this goes on forever, and I don't ever want to go back down. But just be glad, I guess, that we're going through a period of this type of success. It's a lot of fun. It is so much fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Tim, so why don't you say it with me? We're going to say Hawkeye victory.
Yep.
On 3. You ready, Tim?
What's
1,
that?
2, 3. Hawkeye victory.
I think notice that the next year.
Did you hear that?
Oh, I hear.
Oh, the angels, the heavens are parting above us, and the light is shining down upon us, and all the choirs of heaven are singing with us.
It's true. It's true.
I am utterly rejoicing over this victory. I was nervous. You knew I was nervous.
You were scared.
I felt sick.
You had an uneasy feeling about their offense.
Look,
you were scared.
The two things happened that I wasn't sure. Number one, on offense, we came out and we looked sharp and we executed. I mean, I think after a couple of those really rough offensive performances, I'd grown so. I was just skittish when it came. I was worried.
Sometimes
about
they would be. Sometimes they'd be effective. Sometimes they wouldn't be effective.
But part of it was we were healthy. Part of it was we were healthy.
healthy.
Look at the difference that makes.
All right, listen, Timmy. We gotta give Skeevy a chance to call in, buddy. So we're gonna have to let you go. But we'll talk to you later, okay, buddy?
All right, happy to weigh in.
Go
Take
Hawks,
care.
man.
Go Hawks.
All
Good
right,
job.
go Hawks. Bye-bye.
Tim says happy to weigh in.
Yeah.
He's fully on board with the.
Certainly.
The
He's got a
theme.
job to do, and he does it.
Says he's ready to weigh in when he calls in. That's a class act.
Well.
So, John, I was going to ask you. This is maybe a little bit off track, and you don't have to spend too long on this if you don't want. But what do you think about some of maybe the I'm thinking like maybe something like the UNI game. How would you go back and look at that game?
Look, I was in the stadium that day.
Something wild, because we had some wild moments too that weren't like great moments, but they were still like you were saying the other day. This season, I know for a fact I got more gray hairs. I'm thinning. I'm gonna have to get some Rogaine, man. I think in part because of being a Hawk fan over this season it hasn't helped.
It was a season unlike any other.
Yeah.
We were behind. I cannot remember. I'm embarrassed not to have the statistic 100%, but I believe in our 11-2 season, our 13 games, I believe we came from behind in
majority
9 or 10 of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure what the actual number was, but it was the majority of them. Okay. And I was at the UNI game.
Yeah.
My whole life flashed before my eyes. It was horrible. What I did in that game was with about a couple minutes left. They got the ball and they were driving. I said to my buddy Rob that I go to the games with, I said, I gotta go. I cannot be in this stadium if this happens.
I remember you saying this. Yeah.
I left. I went out into the concession stand area where I've spent a lot of time at Kinnick over the years. I just do better out there sometimes, and I'm in the concession area, and I just could barely look. We blocked that field goal, and I took off running. I took off running out of that stadium, and just as I was about out of that stadium, I hear them say, "Previous play is under further review."
Right.
And I just knew, how can this be?
All right, wait. Stop there, because we got to get Skeevy on. Skeevy's on the line. So let's, we're going to get Skeevy on, but I want you to continue that thought as soon as we get Skeevy on. It's time for Skeevy's Keys to the Game. What's up, Skeevy?
Hey, fellas.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Skeevy, let's hear it.
How about that Orange Bowl victory, man?
Take us through your emotions. How did you do on the very first drive when they forced the fumble by McNutt?
Oh, that was, as I'm sure most people were deep down inside, I was like, well, here we go.
Right.
That would have been just too easy to just march down the field and have a successful first drive. So, but, I think the real key was after we turned the ball over and they went 3 and out, I was like, okay.
Exactly.
We're fine.
Mm-hmm.
How did you celebrate the first 2 touchdowns?
Well, to start the game, I was upstairs. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't sit down the whole game. I was pacing around. And early on in the game, I had Lucy. I was holding on to her, and we scored that first touchdown. And I was like, "All right, you got to take her away from me. I can't have her because I don't know what I'm going to do with her." I was like, "I cannot have this baby in my arms while I'm watching this game."
Yeah. That's probably smart. Skeevy. That's probably smart, buddy. So, Skeevy,